Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek. Another beautiful looking day in the game here. And since the last episode, I finished planting fields 30, 31, and 32. And as you can tell, it needs to now be rolled. So we're going to get started on that here this episode. And then, as I mentioned towards the end of last episode, we're going to maybe be looking at chickens and then possibly some new land, or actually probably some new land here at this episode. The chickens, everyone, if I put up chickens, I'm thinking I might put them on one of the fields right here, but I want to make sure we harvest those before we do that. So that might have to hold off until after the harvest before we get to chickens. We'll see once here, at least the canola harvest, which is only, let's see, May, June, July. Is it July for the canola? I think it's July or something like that for the canola. So we're not that far away from the canola harvest. Anyway, first things first, everyone, I'm going to bring the roller over to the big field there. We're going to get the hired worker started on that. And then we're going to go look at maybe purchasing some more property. And then possibly, even if there's room on that property, we'll maybe put some chickens up on that. We'll see once here. And or some more greenhouses. Whatever we think we have room for. To be honest, I think the two smaller fields we have there would probably be better suited for greenhouses. We'd probably make more money in that field area than we would off the crops in them, I'm pretty sure. Because, again, I mean, those two fields, you just don't make a whole lot of money off those. For example, everyone, let's see once here. Go back here. Field, well, I guess you can't even see it anymore. I'm not sure what number this was. 40 something. 44 possibly? Because there's 43. So probably 44 there. Field 44, everyone. About the same size as 45 and 46, right? And we get, what? A yield of about like 4,000 canola. So if canola's selling for over 2,000, that's what? Let's say a nice $10,000 per season we're making off one of those fields. With the greenhouses on 44, Evan, we're making $20,000 per day. So $10,000 per year season, or $20,000 per day. I think the I think the math is pretty obvious on that one, everyone. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing. Anyway, let's get the hired worker going here a minute. Trying to get him somewhat lined up there. You know, again, unfortunately, we really can't see much of a change there. Again, I mean, there is a slight, and I mean the slightest of changes between the planted texture and the rolled texture, but oh well, at least it's working, so we'll just kind of have to rely on this map for that. Speaking of the map here, checking everything else. Yep, we're looking good, fully fertilized. And seeing as how we plowed this, everyone, there shouldn't be any weeds on that. Which I know a lot of folks think that's a bug in the game. And it's possible it is, everyone, but I don't think so. I think Giants actually intended it to function that way. That is my thoughts, but I could be wrong on that. So anyway, we got that all taken care of. Let's hop over and maybe look at buying some fields here, everyone. So looking at a couple of different fields here, and I should probably have asked this last episode so you folks could have given me some input on this, but I'm thinking probably like 56. I was also looking at 57. That's a nice size field. I'm thinking we could probably afford something in the $400,000 range if we have to. So 57 is definitely affordable. I was looking at maybe like buying the grouping of fields down here. We could buy like 47 through 51 here. It's probably, we could probably actually afford that, I think. It'd be real close anyway. 53, 54. Let's see. I was also looking at maybe getting like fields 34 and 33 here. 33 and 34. That's $400,000 for that though. And then maybe adding it on with these fields, but that's already, it's a fairly good sized field here. I mean, I don't know if I want to make that field any bigger. Plus we got this funny hook here. I don't know if I maybe did some forestry and we could maybe continue that angle up. I don't know. We'll see what's at some point. Yeah, not sure. But anyway, I'm thinking 56, Evan. But before I do that, let's maybe take a run over there and just see what we're working with here. Do I have anything quicker to get over there? I don't think so. I need the speed player. I think the speed player is actually out. And I think I actually have it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I have it active, though. Pretty sure we added it on the multiplayer server, and I don't know if I've activated it here in my save game, so we'll just walk over there. They say it's good for you, everyone. Now, this field, everyone, that's got some rocks in it. That's got some rocks, and looks like orange and red, doesn't it? I could be wrong, but I think that's orange and red on the map. It looks like two different colors there. And apparently I'm learning too, everyone. I did not realize this, but there's actually, sounds like 3 different sizes of rocks. This is something I did not realize, everyone. I assumed, oh, this is 55. No, we need to go one more field. I assumed, everyone, there was only 2 sizes of rocks, because that's all the game really mentions. They mention small rocks and large rocks. Sounds like, yeah, there's small rocks, medium rocks, and then large rocks. Or, as some say, small rocks, large rocks, then ginormous rocks. Oh my goodness, look at the weeds on this field. Yeehaw. What? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this field is, is there anything... It says weeds. Is there anything growing in this field? I hope not, because... No, it's cultivated. Okay. Yeah, that wheel does, oh my... Yeah, that's... Anyway, what do we got over here? Is there room? Oh yeah, I think there's actually room for some activities over here. That's kind of what I'm looking at this field here for. It's not the biggest field. It's only 266,000. But that would definitely, I would think, leave us enough money for a chicken coop. And we might be able to stick that over here. I'm not sure how much room the chicken coop takes. I'll have to maybe see if we can like place it down, see what kind of room we're looking for here. Worst case, we can knock out a couple of these trees here. Get a chainsaw and just buzz those out. The lumberjack mod is out, by the way, and so that makes taking care of trees real quick and easy. Real quick. But yeah, I'm thinking this field kind of looks like the winner here. So we're going to go ahead and purchase that after I borrow some money. I just realized we don't have enough here, so we'll just go on. Yeah, we can borrow like almost 500,000 here, to be honest, everyone. So let's bump that up to about a nice tidy 300,000 here. So, okay, that should be enough. Back to that one. 56. We'll buy that. Yes. And... well, the way that field's looking, I wonder if we should start with picking up rocks here first, everyone. Or should we just plow? You know what? We'll just plow, probably. The plow here does not cost that much, so I don't think it'll cost that much to repair. And then I'm not sure. Like, if we pick up the rocks now, and then we go plow, everyone, are more rocks going to show up? So we'll just we'll plow for starters here, and then we'll bring the rock picker over. Again, a reminder, the rock picker counts as a cultivator, everyone. Yeah, don't ask me why. I have no idea. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. And I was hoping, everyone, I've heard a lot of complaints about the rocks. I was hoping Giants would maybe, like, address this with their update, everyone, but I guess their method of addressing it was adding in you can now see the stones on the map. I don't know if that's, yeah, I don't think that really answers everyone's complaints when it comes to the rocks. I don't know what part of the country this is considered, everyone, but that is a ridiculous number of rocks. Oh boy, trying to drive over a car here. Move it, car. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, that's a lot of stones. Okay, let's see. Probably going the other way on the field would probably be the best approach, I think. Try not to take out the neighbor's fence here if I can help it. Now, that's something that would actually be interesting. I just happen to think of this one. Be interesting if you had, like, destruction in the game where you can actually take out the neighbor's fence. For those of you who've played, like, some of the shoot-'em-up games, thinking of a Battlefield here in particular, you know, you start shooting at a wall with your grenades and stuff, you can actually take the wall out. That would be kind of cool. Okay, GPS, we need a different width. There we go. Bye-bye, weeds. Oh yeah, now we can definitely see the rocks easier now that the weeds aren't hiding it. And I'm not sure if this is bringing up any more rocks or not. I don't know if this feels like as rocky as it gets. Hard to say. Yep, if I take care of the weeds. Okay, we'll probably make a couple passes ourselves, everyone. Then we'll maybe pass this off to the hired worker here. And the chicken coop, I think, was like $80,000, if I remember correctly, everyone. So we can easily borrow enough money for that. And then we need, I think, I don't have it up now. I believe it was like wheat, barley, or sorghum to feed the chickens. And I would assume they would take water too. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to, like I said, buy those to find out what they all take. Go ahead and make a headland pass here so it's a little easier to turn around. Definitely probably one of my more favorite tillage pieces of equipment right here. On this John Deere, I'm not sure what model number this is here again, but the John Deere, supposed to be a chisel plow. And I would assume it is a chisel plow with the way it has the springs on it. Your cultivators usually do not have springs like that. Usually that's only on the chisel plows that have the big beefy springs. Doing the deep tillage, or deeper tillage, I should say, in case you hit a rock or something. Need to have a little bit of give there. And if you are going to get chickens, we'll see once. Are we in the planting season for wheat or barley? No, we are not, are we? That's right. We are in the planting season for sorghum, though. So maybe we'll throw some more sorghum on the field here. And then with the chickens right here, we can bring the sorghums to the chickens that way. Now, I don't know. I'll have to check and see once if we can maybe buy some feed to start with for the chickens. Because, again, we don't have any wheat, barley, or sorghum here at this point. And if I know that, I should have thought of it. I should have planted like wheat or barley on the two smaller fields there, so we at least had some of that to start with, but alas, oh well. And depending on how the harvest goes here this time around, I'm thinking that might be the last time we plant those fields. As I was saying earlier, makes a lot more sense. I think put some greenhouses down on those fields and make a whole lot more money that way. To be honest, that's probably true of all these fields. We could probably make more money putting greenhouses on this field too, but I don't think we quite want to go that extreme. But doubling and or tripling our current greenhouse production doesn't sound like a terrible idea to me. We can maybe move our current bee house, or just get rid of the bees altogether. To be honest, the bees really don't make that much money, if you ask me. And not sure how much of a yield bonus they really give to the field there. Something I should really go ahead and test here at some point. Supposedly, it's another like 2.5%. Which, if you add up the numbers, then everyone, you get your base yield 100%. Plus, if you get your full 100% bonus yield, plus your bees, Evan, that should put you up to 202.5% yield bonus. If that's how the numbers work out, which again, so far myself haven't done the numbers. I am not seeing that on the roller. The best I've been able to get with the roller one is 1.2 to 1.3%. So again, I don't know if I'm just maybe doing something wrong with the roller. I don't think so, right? We're rolling the field over here. Once it loads and we go look at it here. So we're rolling the field. Not sure how else you're supposed to do it, but whatever. Oh yes, look at those rocks. That is a serious amount of rocks there. Curious what that's doing to the repair on our plow here. Like I said, fortunately, everyone, relatively cheap plow here, so I don't think the repair is going to be like too bad on this. Can't imagine it being more than $1,000, maybe $2,000, something like that. It's a $6,000 plow overall. And by the way, I don't know if we have any European viewers watching here, but at least in America, everyone, this is considered American plow here. This is a chisel plow. Very rarely do you see moldboard plowing anymore in America. That is long since gone and done. Takes way too long and too inefficient. So if a farmer does perform like a primary tillage, again, primary tillage is usually your deeper first pass tillage, and at least around where I live, that is your chisel plow typically. So your chisel plow is used for your primary tillage, and then your secondary tillage, usually a field cultivator, disc, something like that, leaves the field a little bit smoother, breaks up what's left behind from the chisel plow, kind of similar to like a plow one. Moldboard plow will typically leave like big chunks depending on your soil type, and then you come behind that with, like I said, field cultivator and or a disc. and break those clumps up. Same thing with a chisel plow. Chisel plow will usually leave great big old chunks as well. Again, depends on your soil, everyone. I've seen it sometimes, depending on the soil type, really cool, like moldboard plow or chisel plow, and just when the soil's coming up out of the ground, it just folds over or folds up just right and just breaks over and just kind of like just falls apart essentially. Really cool to watch, kind of almost mesmerizing. I think hopefully folks know what I'm talking about there when I say that. Like the soil just kind of picks up and just disintegrates essentially. Really fun to watch it when you got soil like that. Not to mention, I mean, if you look at this texture here for plowing, just looking at this myself now, this does not really look like a mold board plow texture. This very much looks like a chisel plow texture here, everyone. Very, very much does, in my opinion. Exactly what a chisel plowed field would typically look like. You'll see your mounted up dirt in rows and then a little bit deeper grooves typically. Again, you usually are not going to want to plant on this. It's going to be rather rough and uneven from the chisel plow. Again, depends on your soil type. Usually, again, you want to go over that with some sort of other tillage tool, finishing pass before you plant. Well, we might just throw a hard worker on this for the time being, and yes, my apologies about the sudden camera shift there. That is thanks to the wonderful vehicle control add-on mod. Hope you noted the sarcasm in that one. Okay, rock picker. Let's see, did that? No, that did not disconnect at the right spot. Always got to double check that with these wagons. There we go. That's where I wanted it to disconnect. I don't know where the 7 are. Oh, the 7R's on the planter yet. I was going to grab the 7R for the stone picker, but let's see how the 7810 handles it. Oh, complete swing and a miss there on that one. Let's try that again. Oh, speaking of rock picker, I should probably get some fertilizer on this field, shouldn't I? Oh, let's see once here. Where is... Oh, 7R, that's what I was looking for. Grab the 7R here. We'll throw the fertilizer spreader on it. Maybe we should have put some fertilizer on it before we cultivated. Ooh, this tractor needs some repair. Wow. Like we've been using it or something. Okay, to the field we go. And actually, speaking of to the field, what's the best way? Just, yeah, go down straight down the road here, probably, I presume. Wow, nice and quiet in this cab. It's something that's gotten really quiet here. Okay, hopefully you two can play nicely on the field here together. Give me a little close, maybe. Does that look like a good width? Actually, I could have probably been over quite a bit more, couldn't I? Oh, well. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. Again, 42-meter spread width on this spreader one, so that is really nice. You can definitely finish a lot of field really quick with that one. Okay, Stone Picker, you're up next. Wow. 3 different hydraulic remotes, which actually that's all this tractor has, isn't it? Well, actually, okay, it's 2 full ones and then 1 connected into that one. So it's actually 5 hoses there. Plus you got, I'm presuming that's probably like your Power Beyond right there, or your high flow connectors possibly. Oh, something I thought was rather interesting about this tractor. And maybe you folks can help me. Actually, that's not the one I wanted. Maybe folks can help me on this, but I'm pretty sure, at least on the American version of this tractor, there is supposed to be blinkers up on the top of the cab here. In fact, if you look at this, let's get out here just a real quick second, once we're off the road. Actually, yeah, the front. Pretty sure there should be on the front too, but yeah, in the back, everyone, there's like this blank spot right here. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be four-way blinkers here, and I thought the same thing on the front here as well. I thought there was supposed to be some. Might have to just go, if I remember, I'm going to go look this up here when I'm done recording. Yeah. And does the American version of this tractor actually have lights down on the fenders like this? Maybe it does. It might. Definitely has one of those silly European hitches on it, though. Dual is full, empty first. Now we're just going to hire a worker. There we go. Which, by the way, for those who did not notice, when it comes to the rock picker here, everyone, when you hire a worker, the hired worker can be like full, and it just keeps on going. I'm assuming it just wastes the rocks. I doubt we get paid for them in any way, shape, or form. Wow, speaking of getting paid, everyone, the money is going down very quickly, isn't it? So yeah, don't think this gives us any sort of money, unfortunately, if we were to sell the rocks. Someone actually in the comments said rocks make good money. I guess I'd like to hear the definition of good money, because I've sold rocks before, and what is this? This holds 2,000 liters. That might be probably like, what, $100 worth of rocks or something? I don't know about you folks, but that does not sound worth it to me. That is definitely not my definition of good money. Oh yeah, definitely making some nice progress on that field. The rocks are disappearing. What are we getting up to? Okay, so we're up cultivated there, everyone. That begs the question, do I want to do anything else to this field, Evan, so we can actually get it to seed bed? To be honest, Evan, I don't think it's necessary that I know of. Though again, Evan, per the game, if you have seed bed, it is supposed to give you a bit of a yield boost. Which, by the way, that came up in my roller video. For those who watched my roller video, is the reason I'm not getting a full roller bonus, Evan, is because some of it is going towards the seed bed bonus. It could very well be, Evan. I don't know. Again, Giants' help on this whole matter is, well, it seems like they've done their best not to help, shall we say. Because again, you go read the help, Evan, you get very different answers on very different answers, shall we say. And different answers from their online help to the help in the game to the numbers we're actually seeing. It's just, oh, it's ridiculous, Evan. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see we definitely missed a little strip there. Let's see if we can fill that in here. Ooh, got an idea, Evan. Got an idea. Got to make sure I remember to do this here more often. We can actually change the width on this here now. And too bad I can't actually bump it down one more and just turn one side on. Then that would almost be perfect here, everyone. I don't know if this particular spreader would allow for that in real life or not, but I know some spreaders in real life you can just turn one side on versus the other side. Okay, there we go. And now, 7, that's definitely looking much, much better when it comes to weeds there. Oh, let's get in our lane. Curious as well, when I'm in America here, if this tractor also is supposed to have flashers up on the cab or not. Not entirely sure on that one. Beacons are up top. Rather interesting beacons, shall we say. Okay, we'll just drop that back off there. I don't think... Actually, you know what? We could probably put this back on the planter, can't we? So yeah, I'm probably going to skip actually going to seed bed. I mean, we're just going to straight up plant this field. I mean, we plowed and we cultivated. Seems like that should be enough, if you ask me. Speaking of... well, actually, I guess the plow is the... Or the cultivator is the rock picker, so that shouldn't be bringing up any more rocks. Just happened to think, it's like, wait a minute, for cultivating that, it's bringing up rocks, right? But no, not the rock picker. The rock picker's supposed to pick the rocks up. Which begs the question, we still have one. Like, once you pick the rocks up, do the rocks come back? Because again, so far I've won 45 and 46 there. Once I got rid of the rocks on that field, I mean, I've not seen any more rocks on those fields yet. And not complaining, I'm definitely liking that one. I was just kind of curious. At least not any rocks that are of any substance anyway. Okay, and we're still set on sorghum yet. Like I said, I think we're going to leave that on that one. We're almost done plowing with this field here. Definitely going to take a hot minute there for the rock picker, and I guess, yeah, just the rock picker is what I'm kind of waiting for to get ahead here. Because, yeah, this planter is going to catch up very, very quickly. Oh, and once you're done, we're going to have to make a headland pass or two around this field here, just to kind of maybe clean a little bit of this up here as much as possible. Once we're done planting this field, Evan, we're probably going to go ahead and skip a couple more days here. We'll skip ahead to... What's our date here? So probably to August? Oh, August. Okay, I was thinking July. But August is when canola... Really, August? I thought it was July. Am I looking that's right? Oh, yeah, no, okay. Yep, no, I'm not. I was going to say, I thought it was July for harvest. So, yeah, looking at the wrong color there. Green's the planting. Orange is the harvest. So, yep. In July, when we can start harvesting that canola, most likely. So, we just need to skip 3 more days there. And we will be into canola harvest. So, with that, I've been looking at time. Looks like it is about time to wrap it up here for this episode. So, on that note, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Don't forget, too, Evan, if you'd like to help support the channel further, I do have Patreon if you'd like to support the channel in that way. Also, don't forget, Evan, if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, that information also down below in the description there. We just ask that you please join us in on Teamspeak. Again, that RDAllen Teamspeak server information is down below in the description. So again, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.